Anti-Semitism is the hostility, prejudice, and discrimination towards Jewish people and Judaism. Surprisingly, anti-Semitism in Germany did not start with the Nazis. In fact, it dates all the way back to the 16th century with Martin Luther. Martin Luther justified his hatred of the Jews because he said that the Jewish people had murdered Jesus Christ, who was the Christian Messiah. Luther, however, did try to recant these claims. He suggested that people should be kind to the Jewish people, but when his efforts failed, he became more and more anti-Semitic. But anti-Semitism did not originate in Germany. All the way back in ancient times, around 474 BCE, in a country called Babylonia, the first recorded incident of anti-Semitism took place. According to the biblical book of Esther, all Jews were ordered to be killed in the city, but luckily, this action was stopped because of someone intervening and stopping the murders. Anti-Semitism is also present in the Bible in other verses. In an Exodus verse, there is a scene where an Egyptian pharaoh is instructing Hebrew midwives to kill all baby boys. This example shows that the pharaoh did not want the Hebrew people to be able to reproduce, which is an obvious form of anti-Semitism. German anti-Semitism was greatly enhanced by a book called The Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion. This book was distributed widely around Germany during the Weimar Republic. Its content points out how supposedly the Jewish people were plotting to take over the world. This scared many German people and led greatly to more anti-Semitism. Many people who are anti-Semitic share similar views about the Jewish people. Throughout history, ancient to modern times, these are some of the reasons that people view Jewish people as different and do not like them. 1. Jewish people have different customs and traditions than other Christian religions. 2. The Jewish people killed Christ. 3. The Jewish people were classified as a race. These statements are not fair to the Jewish people, but they are widespread and are a huge factor as to explaining why many people are anti-Semitic.
The German people were lost. With the economy nearly out the window, the war ending in an embarrassing defeat, and the terms of peace weighing heavily upon their already squalid and war-torn homeland, the Germans had nothing but anger and a hope for some kind of redemption to hold on to. They found no solace in the government, and no support from the high-class business owners who wouldn't part with an extra cent if they didn't have to. The change to democracy didn't help. It heightened the German people's hate for the outside world that had pressed this all upon them. They wished for something more, a reason to break away and fight, to become honored and feared once more among those who thought themselves better, the so-called victors. So, with all this hate, anger, and desperation weighing on the average German conscience, Hitler easily climbed their rampant emotions like rungs on a ladder to power. With his extreme views for change, with his similar and relatable past of war and suffering, with his promise to rid the world of those who the German people could now single out and blame, and with the passion that he performed in every action that he set before himself, the German people were smitten. In a sweep of his hands, with a pound of his fist, those who had nowhere to go had a cause, and a funnel with which to pour their gallons and gallons of hatred that had built up through their years of torment. Little did they realize what they were truly signing up for. The deaths of millions. While many shared anti-Semitic tendencies through Hitler, they never truly wanted to destroy the Jewish people. Many didn't even know that concentration camps were to exist.